Greetings, greetings, beloved ones. I am Sonia, a high priestess, a cosmic divine mother, always bringing messages that will uplift, empower, and align you to your truth. Yes, dear ones. So some of our messages that have been brought down to us from Source. Yes, Source, beautiful ones. We are in a new beginning, and we are expanding beyond like never before. So I am reaching out in this video, like in all of my videos, to our divine feminine. We are right now being the leaders. Now, when I say being the leaders, what is actually a leader? Is it a person that leads to help everybody? Not a select few, okay? Not this group of people, no, but everybody. This is what a leader is that I have been told. A leader uplifts the whole. So in this video, it is a remembrance for us to remember who are we as the divine feminine. We are the maternal essence that is love, that nurtures, that is graceful, that uplifts, that teaches, that creates, and guess what? That brings life, that births life into this world. That's a lot of power. Yet, throughout the eons of time, our divine feminine has been suppressed because of this power. Wow, I wonder why. I wonder why our divine feminine, which is a natural essence, okay? Let me just clear that up for you. Everything about the divine feminine is natural. This is what we're talking about. Natural, nature, no artificial, synthetic, anything. But yet, throughout the eons of time, because of our patriarchal society. Now, when I say patriarchal, I'm not saying it in a way to dismiss our divine masculine. No way. No. I say that because, dear ones, you need to hear this. There is always a undercurrent taking place, an energetic undercurrent. We have light forces and dark forces. So when I say this undercurrent, it is a undercurrent that is a dense energy, that is a dark energy that wants to control, that wants to manipulate, that wants to be deceitful, okay? So we have all experienced this type of reality for eons and eons and eons. And because we have all experienced realities, it has become a normal thing that we don't trust one another, okay? We lead through our minds and we forget about the heart, but we cannot forget about the heart. So dear ones, I'm not going to get too much deeper in this because it is deep. But the message is here for you to know, Divine Feminine, that we are in a new cycle. In this new cycle, as I've been sharing for the last 2 years, we are building our new earth. Yes, every human being that is open to expand your consciousness, to expand your mind beyond those dense, heavy realities, those dense, heavy beliefs and those systems that suppressed us, that told the Divine Feminine, and not just the Divine Feminine, told the Divine Masculine that we could not talk, we could not express, we could not lead our families through our loving heart. But we naturally do that because we are the heart. Yes, Divine Feminines, if you did not know that you were the heart, that means the heart of the home. So when the Divine Feminine knows that she is the heart of the home, do you know what that does? That brings harmony to the Divine Masculine. And we begin to work in harmony together for the greater good of all. Because when we do it, we help others to do it. Because we are one. One, one, one. Everybody, we encompass the whole, and we are one force of energy. We're not separated, okay? So allow yourself to expand your mind. And if you had any disagreements with a Divine Feminine and Divine Feminine, if you had any disagreements with a Divine Masculine, ask yourself why. Why did you have a disagreement? Because I'm here to tell you, the dark aspects of ourselves, these are the parts we don't want to admit that is us. The dark parts of ourselves, they want us to be separate. They want you to fight. They want you to argue. They want you to stay separated. But guess what? We were never separated, okay? I have been talking about separation on my podcast for years. We are in a new phase where the Divine Feminine has balanced the scale. The scale of life, dear ones. There's a scale that we all go by, if you didn't know that. If you want to know more about what I am sharing with you, if you want to know more about love and harmony and peace and healing all of your relationships, then you know what you can do. You can log on to Empowered Sovereign, become a part of my Sacred Circle community, because this is what we're doing. This is why you're here. So you are here to have rich relationships. But if you feel suppressed to express who you are not going to be able to have peace and harmony, because this is what we're doing in this time and space right now, is we are uplifting the Divine Feminine, because the Divine Feminine has been suppressed for eons. And of course, we have some females that have surpassed this suppression. Yes, we definitely have. But right now, we are working with the collective to help awaken these new codes that are already within you. We are awakening to the union of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Because this is how we were created. This is the divine plan. Yes. Our divine masculine is our energy that takes the action, that uplifts, that supports, that has the strength. This is the divine masculine. So we have to allow our divine masculine men to do that. But in the meantime, we have to know our place. We are love. We are the elements that you see every day. We cannot disregard the elements because they are us. So yes, you will be learning about the nature part of you. You will be learning about the elemental parts of you, because this is what keeps us as the divine feminine. It keeps us in harmony with ourselves. And when the divine feminine is in harmony, she brings harmony everywhere she goes. Okay? So there's no more bashing men, bashing women, being jealous of your husband, trying to be better than your husband or your wife. None of that. We have a divine union taking place. It is a innate understanding. As a matter of fact, it's more than an understanding. It is your essence. Yeah, it is your essence. And you will not find this in a book. No, you will not find what I'm talking about in a book. Because the parts of ourselves that love to be separated, manipulated, those darker, dense energies that love to create sadness and chaos, if we continue to allow those darker aspects that does not see the light, what do you think is going to happen? Every person that allows for that to come into your life, you will experience that. And you're looking at a person who has experienced this my entire life, trying to figure it out. Okay? So dear ones, just realize our divine feminine right now is online. We are in harmony with our divine masculine. We are uplifting him because he is uplifting us. This is the way it's supposed to be. Yet, throughout the eons of time, for a majority, it has not been that way. Now, of course, there are others that it has been. So it lets you know, when you look at them, that means they have balanced the scale of life. They have harmony. I'm not saying they're not going to have ups and downs, because yes, this life journey is about ups and downs. But when we know what our divine feminine brings to the table, and we know what our divine masculine brings to the table, game over, honey. Game over. Those darker, dense energies that love to feed off of your misery. Yes, feed. Yeah, literally feed off your misery. I'm just letting you know. So anybody that may be struggling with addiction of any kind, I'm letting you know that is the dark, dense energies feeding off of your misery. That means that you have given your power to those dark energies. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but because we are in a new cycle, we got to tell it like it is. You got to know what's happening. And you have to know that you are powerful beyond measure, and you have the power to overcome any dark energy. I'm just here to tell you. That's why I'm sharing this with you, because myself, I have been addicted to sugar. I've shared this many times, and I just wonder why. But now I know. Now I know. I got a download. So if you are struggling with any kind of addiction, I'm letting you know that that addiction is the power that is over you. And that power that is over you is those dark, dense energies that are feeding off of you because they don't have a body. This is how it works. They don't have a body. This is where we get our jealousy from. This is where we get our envy from. This is where we get all of the hatred and sadness and depression, because the dense, dark energy, and these are live. You don't have to see them, because our true essence is energy. Before you come into this body, the dense, dark energies do not have a body. See, this is what people, they are afraid when I share stuff like this. But you need to know this, because we're in a new cycle. And this new cycle is about you standing in your power no matter what is going on. But you need to know what is going on, right? When you know what is going on, it gives you that power, because you know what's happening. Because I know for people who have been addicted, and you try to kick it, you try to stop, you try, and it is so hard, but it's not impossible. You have to take back your power, because you are a fractal of Source. You are a fractal of the Creator, which is the Most High, which is powerful beyond measure. So I don't care what dark, dense energy may be trying to keep you suppressed. I'm here to tell you, you're stronger because you're in a body. They're not in a body. They want to be where you are, okay? But they're not. And this is how they stay relevant, alive, is because they feed off of humanity's misery, okay? So we need to wake up to joy, wake up to happiness, just completely wake up out of that spell. Because when you do it, guess what? You are empowering yourself, and it will no longer exist in your life. You'll see it, but guess what? You'll be able to laugh when you stay in your power. And when you stay in your power, you are helping others to stay in their power. This is what is happening, dear ones. This is a spiritual battle, because we are spiritual beings. And as I said, I already feel it. I'm sharing this with people, and I can feel the resistance, which is fear, because we have been so suppressed. We have been walking around, we have been, like nothing's wrong, nothing's going on. But there's an undercurrent, as I said, of dense, dark energy that's always taking place. So where do you stand today? Are you addicted to something? And do you want to take back your power? You don't want to allow the dense, dark energy to stay relevant, to stay alive. Do you? Do you? Well, if you don't, again, like I said, you can log on to my site and I can assist you. There are many other people in this field that can assist you. Because let me tell you, humanity needs assistance because humanity doesn't know what it's fighting. And really, you're not fighting. Yeah, that's not a good word to use. You're not fighting. You're awake. You are awaken to what is really happening energetically in your life, seeing that we are energetic beings. And everyone needs to know this. So, as I said, I will place a link. You can join my Sacred Circle community where I have meditations. You can sign up for any type of session just to help you navigate if you have anything going on. I'm here to tell you everybody has stuff going on. Yeah, everybody. And once we know about what is happening, then you have a heads up and you can do something about it. And it is a step-by-step process. It's not anything overnight, dear ones. I'm here to tell you that. So we are working together in harmony. So when that happens, guess what? You don't have to worry about those dense, dark energies. No, you don't, because you're in harmony. The dense, dark energies, they work where there's no harmony. They work where there's chaos, okay? Where there's confusion, where there's strife, where there's all kind of dense, heavy energies that these are the type of energies that take your power. These are, I like to say, and this helps you to remember, energetic vampires. They just siphon your energy because guess what, beloved ones? Your energy is everything. It is what you are. But when you begin, and this is what I teach, when you begin to be a strong foundation in your life, knowing who you are, standing in your power, I'm letting you know that when you become strong, these dense, dark energies will not affect you at all. They can't even come near you because you're so powerful. And this is where we're aiming. We're aiming to be a strong foundation. So you don't have to worry about this nonsense. This is crap. This is how, what am I seeing? I'm seeing all kind of things. I'm seeing like maggots, like a bunch of maggots. And then I'm seeing like little mice, little weasels. Yeah, and then I'm seeing like flies, like things that annoy you. Think of it like that. Seriously, think of it like that and picture that. So do you want that in your life? Right? Do you want that affecting your life? Flies, mice, weasels, maggots. Do you want that in your life? No, nobody does. All right, dear ones. So we are creating this new reality, this new earth, where there's harmony, where there's solutions, where you have the choice. You have always had the choice, okay? Yeah, you have always had the choice. But we are uplifting our divine masculine because he's uplifting us. And when we do that, this is what creates this new earth of harmony, okay? This new earth of love, unconditional love. This new earth of compassion and joy. And whatever you may be having resistance about, you need to take a look at it. Yeah, take a look at it. Because if you have any resistance, I'm letting you know right now, then that is the dense, dark energy that I'm talking about. Because it does not want you to change. Okay? It does not want you to uplift yourself. It does not want you to know who you are. It does not want you to know that you have the power. You have more power than they do. Yes, okay? Remember that now. You have more power than the dense, dark energies that feed off of us. They feed off of humanity. Yes, you need to hear this. Do not be afraid, because what did I say? You are the power, okay? Source gave you the power so we can create in this world. So when you create in this world, you create the world that you want. But we have to know who we are, right? We can't be addicted to substances. We can't be victims. We can't be jealous. We can't be envious. We can't be none of that stuff. Because when you are, you feed those lower aspects, those dense, dark energies that do not see the light. No, they don't see the light. This is why they feed off of your light. You're the light. Did you know that? You are the light. And when you stand in your integrity, your light gets even brighter because you're standing up for yourself and you're not allowing an unconscious part of you, a dense, dark energy to feed you nonsense. All right, beautiful ones. This video is longer than I thought it would be, but guess what? It's necessary. Everything is necessary when we are empowering ourselves. And we will continue to empower ourselves. We are learning to love ourselves. This is why the Divine Feminine is online, so we can bring back more love. Yes, we are bringing back love into the heart, because this is what the Divine Feminine is. She is love. All right, beautiful ones, I will place links. Don't be afraid of expanding. Don't be afraid to be open. Don't be afraid to grow. This is what our whole true essence is about, is growing. We are not meant to stay in the same mundane reality that does not grow and learn. No, we are not. All right, beautiful ones, much love to you. Keep pushing forward and know thyself.